Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna start trying to trek to Meteor Falls, but first I had to catch two Pokemon for my two friends. One wanted a Coughing to name Josh, and the other one wanted a Machop named Glenn. So, in the beginning, the reason why I had to defeat this Coughing was I needed a male Coughing, not a female one. So, in this first part of the video, I tried to catch both the Coughing and the Machop, so that's the first thing I focused on. So, I had at some point to cut out this section until I got a Coughing that appeared, because I kept getting Nummels and other Pokemon that weren't what I was supposed to try to find. So in a few moments, I do stop the recording and then resume the recording once I find a male Coughing. Which after this last Nummel, which will be where I stop recording. And then the next screen will be, well, the next clip will be our Coughing that we were looking for. And I've been trying to get as many videos recorded as possible, because once January hits, I really won't be uploading as much because it gets very cold out where I'm at, so I don't want to be freezing trying to upload videos. This is the Coughing that we find, which is the Coughing we'll be catching. We do succeed in catching it. I think on our first try we do succeed in catching the Coughing, which we'll be naming Josh. I won't be using either of these Pokemon, but I figured because they wanted me to catch it for them, I decided to catch it for both of my friends. So now we're going to, like I said, name it Josh. And then after this, I'll be catching the Machop in a few, which will be the other Pokemon we catch in Fiery Path. So, but for the most part, this challenge run has been going okay. In the next two videos after these two, I did have a problem fighting Flannery, but I won't say what problems I had, because I'm not going to say them, because it would defeat the purpose of watching when I fight her in the gym. So this is where we find our Machop that we're going to catch for my other friend. And I think the first attempt that we try catching it isn't successful, but the second time we try to catch it is. So now we're going to see if we can catch it. And like I said, the first time is not successful, but the second time is. But it is, like I said, this run hasn't been going too bad, but I know later on with certain gyms and certain fights, it's gonna be very hard. But we'll see what happens. So I'm going to be naming this Pokemon Glenn. I'm not sure if I spelled the name correctly. If I didn't, I can always just go to the name rater later on and just fix it. So those are the both Pokemon that was requested for me to catch on screen for both my friends. So now we're going to try and trek to Meteor Falls, which we don't go to in this video. We go into the next video where we actually go into Meteor Falls. But I did save on screen. I don't do it normally, but this time I had to, because I wanted to make sure that I've been saving so I don't lose progress, because I want to make sure that I'm saving what I'm doing, because I'm not recording on an actual system, I'm recording on a tablet, so I wanted to make sure I don't lose progress that I did. But I'm just happy we finally have another evolved Pokemon on the team instead of having pre-evolved Pokemon. Because the only pre-evolved Pokemon we have left is Nikita and Aron, and that's it. The rest are evolved Pokemon, so... And Slackoff doesn't count because I never use him in battle. He's only there for HM reasons. We can't go through the desert because we don't have the goggles to go through the desert yet. So all we can do is go up north, and this is where we get Secret Power. Secret Power in this generation was used for making secret bases in like trees and stuff like that. But with Secret Power, it can be any type, basically, depending, and I'm gonna try and see if I can use it, but I might not use it. If I can't get Ice Beam, I'll use it and teach it to either trying to think, either Marshtomp or Aron, but we'll see. But we do go into this rest stop house to heal our Pokemon instead of going to the Pokemon Center and backtracking all the way back to the town. So we're just gonna go here and heal. And then once we leave, we're gonna start going through Route 113. Which is one of the routes that I'm probably going to level train in an EV train, because of certain Pokemon that are in that area, but I'm going to do that off screen. I did some on screen, but I didn't do it all on screen. So now this is a whole new route we haven't been to yet, which is Route 13. Route 13 is okay. It's kind of long. It's not short like other routes are. It's full of a lot of trainers though. Most I did skip because I'm gonna probably like train around here later on, so I wanted to have like trainers that I can fight off screen. Now we encounter Skarmory. Skarmory is one of my favorite Pokemon, but I can't use Skarmory for 1 and for 2. I did run away from this fight because I didn't want either of my Pokemon to be defeated, so I figured it wasn't working out well, so I just fled from the battle because I wasn't even going to like try or bother. So now we have, like I said, I run away because there's like no point in trying to beat this Pokemon where it's not going to work out because I don't have a move that can super effectively hit Skarmory. Because normally fighting moves do damage, are super effective to steel types, but since it's a steel flying type, it takes neutral damage. Spindas do give the EVs that I'm looking for Aron, but I had to switch and give those EVs or IVs or whatever they're called to Aron or Mecha Gojira. And I've been looking to see like what kind of challenge runs I can do for the next Pokemon game I play. And people are saying to do a Nuzlocke. I don't think I would be able to do a Nuzlocke because knowing me, I'm so used to going to Pokemon centers and healing my Pokemon. I'm used to using items and stuff like that. So it's gonna be very hard for me to do a Nuzlocke. I wouldn't mind doing like a mono type or like having a certain type team. Like, say if I wanted to do a water type team or a fire type team or something like that. But it depends on the game that I play because certain ROM hacks, even if it's a certain generation, they do put in Pokemon from other generations. So I don't know, like, what Pokemon are in the game or whatever, so I don't know, like, what Pokemon I can use. But if you guys know any good, like, cool challenge runs that I can do later on, I wouldn't mind doing them to like make the videos a little bit more interesting. If all else fails, I'll do another viewer's choice, and we can have a whole different team depending on the generation, and you guys get to choose. Because I want to have you guys have some kind of input on how the channel goes. Because I'm very open to a lot of things on the channel, but I just want to make sure I make content for you guys to enjoy and for you guys to watch, instead of, you know, making videos that aren't the best. I tried my best to make videos that are a little bit more appealing and are actually decent. But for the most part, I noticed that the reception to the series has been very good, which I'm happy that you guys are enjoying it. But for the most part, like I said, I'm trying to make content that's good to watch and that's not awful like it used to be. But this stupid Spinda didn't want to die, so it took a little bit longer. But it's good that Spinda's very frequent, so I can start stacking up on certain IVs that I need for, what's it called, Mecha Gojira. Because I want him to be balanced, but Aron is more of like a tanky attacking Pokemon. So, and now we go into this house. This house is only for like if you want to make the flutes, like the blue, yellow, white flute or whatever. They're good for like getting rid of certain status effects, but I really don't care too much. You can only fill the suit sack in this one area in the game, and that's it. So you don't have to constantly run through this the tall grass to get the suit, but it's not really worth it. And sadly, we get into another scuffle with two trainers. I do speed up trainer battles now that are not important to the plot, so that's why they're sped up, and also to save on time instead of cutting them out of the video. So this battle it goes by decently, but the one issue was the Skarmory, because like I said, I don't have any moves that are super effective to Skarmory. I don't have no fire or ice moves, so I really can't do much. Luckily, none of the attacks that they used did significant damage to either one of them, so which is good. But this, like I said, this battle wasn't too bad. Accidentally, I was supposed to use Mach Punch on Skarmory, but I accidentally used it on Lombre instead, because it was like a misclick, which sucks. Swallow is not too bad either. Now we just both use Headbutt, which is a pretty decent move. And Effect Spore is really good. It either poisons, puts a Pokemon to sleep, or paralyzes them, which is very useful. So we beat these two trainers. And now we finally reach a new town called Fallbore Town, which is not... It's an okay town. Nothing really happens here. But I do go into the Move Tutor house. You can't really, I can't learn any new moves because I don't have any heart scales. I forgot how you get heart scales. But, in this house, we do find out that we're supposed to go to Meteor Falls to see Professor Cosmo. Because he, went there with Team Magma with a meteorite, which you have to get. But we find out later, at some point, we have to go to Mount Chimney. So, in this video, we don't actually go into Meteor Falls, but in the next video, we do go to Meteor Falls. But for now, I do buy some Super Potions and Super Repels. I got some Repels because later on, you know, it gets annoying after a while with Pokemon. constantly appearing, so I got that so I can just go from point A to point B later with no problems. So now we finally leave Fallbore Town and we start heading through 114, which is the route that we have to go through to reach Meteor Falls. So now we go into another fight with a trainer, and this fight goes by pretty easily because it's not too bad. I noticed a lot of people in this generation either use like Meryl, Lombre, and stuff like that. I don't mind those type Pokemon because they're not too hard to get rid of, but later on when they start using fully evolved Pokemon is when the game is going to get really annoying. Well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Toodles.